Welcome to Wednesday, May 21st, 2025, your day weather podcast brought to you by ConverseCountyTourism.com. Feel the energy of Converse County. Explore Douglas's railroad heritage, Ayers Natural Bridge, and the Jackalope legend. Glen Rock boasts scenic trails, dinosaur history, and small town charm. Plan your visit at ConverseCountyTourism.com. I'm afraid to say the wind will blow for another day. Now, it won't be as in a widespread area. But I can tell you for folks along the I-25, I-80 corridors of Wyoming into the northern border areas of Colorado, gonna be windy again down the front range of I-25 into New Mexico. But good to see. Look at those rain totals. That is just short of 4.5 inches of rain up in Story, Wyoming from this weekend all the way up through yesterday's showers. We're not going to see amounts of rain like that in the next day or two, but we are going to have a little bit of afternoon shower and thunderstorm activity. It's going to be really spotty today. Thunderstorm chances are going to be higher as we get into Thursday and Friday, as we have small little Pacific waves moving through that dirty area of high pressure. That the waves are the dirty part of the ridge. Little systems coming off the Pacific Northwest coast will come through about the next 2 or 3 days, starting Friday and all the way into Monday morning. So that's going to produce, over the Memorial Day weekend, some areas of showers and thunderstorms. Now, this doesn't mean a continual rain, but it does mean you've got to plan around afternoon and evening thunderstorms. As we showed you yesterday, along and east of the Continental Divide, especially the Interstate 25 corridor in Wyoming and Colorado, it could get a bit soupy at times this Memorial Day weekend with more clouds and sun and the showers and thunderstorms. The western side of the divide will have more in the way of sun, warmer temperatures, but there still will be some late day showers and thunderstorms. A lot of low clouds, and a lot of you experienced very fast moving showers and isolated thunderstorms yesterday that didn't produce a lot of rain, but did produce dark clouds, a few sprinkles and light showers here and there, and of course, plenty of wind. So those were low clouds from the Badlands of South Dakota to Hot Springs County, Wyoming, as you can see there, and then into the Laramie Valley in southeastern Wyoming. Some greenish looking clouds that produced very brief showers. Well, today, the satellite imagery shows two features. This little wave right here is going to come to the coast and will be moving through as we get into Thursday and Friday. While the main event, the main low, is kind of weakening, getting stretched out, and heading into the Great Lakes. But we still have very fast northwest to southeast winds aloft, moving through the central and northern Rockies that will keep the wind going, I'm afraid. And you can see the flow is generally what we would call zonal, meaning it's generally west to east, but you can see the stacking of the black solid lines indicating a tight pressure and temperature gradient, which will make it windy again today in many areas. As we go into tomorrow and into Friday and the weekend, we have this high pressure ridge that builds up into north central Canada fairly strongly. However, it's not enough to stop these waves from penetrating and coming through. Now, they're going to weaken considerably as they run into this high pressure ridge, but it's kind of like a fishing net with large squares of the netting to where the larger lows will get caught, but these little low pressure systems will get through that little fishing net area, and that's going to allow some afternoon showers and thunderstorms. So we'll step through the next few days here. This is the shower and thunderstorm activity that'll pop up this afternoon and evening. You can see it's lined up with the strong northwest to southeast winds aloft. However, along and west of the divide here, it's just going to be a very quiet day. High pressure builds in a nice spring day. Here's the wind. Now, we told you it's over a smaller area. It is. But from northern New Mexico to southern Wyoming, the foothills and mountains of Colorado, you're going to be pretty windy here. So Estes Park, the Interstate 80 corridor, you're going to have the wind, kind of breezy along Interstate 80 here. But these winds are much better than the last couple of days. So if you're in these darker blue or green areas, sorry, you're going to have to suffer through a bit more wind. But they will ease up considerably by the end of the week and the weekend. Now for Thursday, with the next little wave coming in off the Pacific, Thursday afternoon, this is by 6 p.m. Thursday. Showers and thunderstorms will be along the Colorado Front Range, more numerous down here in Texas and Oklahoma. By Thursday midnight, you can see that showers and thunderstorms are going to maybe continue into the evening and overnight hours. So basically, if you put those two areas together, you're going to have showers and thunderstorms, not widespread, but scattered about Thursday afternoon and evening into early Thursday night. As we go into the weekend, we're going to start here with Friday. We still have this ridge of high pressure here, but here's that next little disturbance that's going to be meandering and moving very slowly eastward, hitting this ridge of high pressure, but it's going to be kind of a draw. This low will weaken this high. This high will weaken this low. But this low, especially when you get into this time of year, if you have some decent daytime heating, you're going to bring shower and thunderstorm activity, and that's exactly what's going to happen as we get into the upcoming Memorial Day weekend along and east of the divide. So this is Friday afternoon. So you can see there's a pretty good clustering of showers and thunderstorms along Interstate 80, eastern Colorado, western Nebraska, and eastern Wyoming. There's a patch here over southeast Oregon, down into southern Idaho there. This pattern, kind of where I'm highlighting these two areas, is kind of where the action's going to be, starting Friday and going into the weekend. By 6 p.m. Saturday, well, that low is still there. A weak one, but it's about over Salt Lake. The high has weakened. And this is a good placement for the counterclockwise rotation around the low to bring light upslope winds along and east of the divide. It doesn't look like a lot, but this time of year, that's enough to instigate some showers and thunderstorms and might even have a few severe ones. This is by Monday morning, Memorial Day. So it's going to take its sweet time. Going to take a good 2 to 3 days to traverse the Rockies before it heads out into the plains and high pressure starts to build into behind it. And then by next Thursday, kind of a messy pattern. And this is what you're going to get this time of year as spring is wanting to transition into an early summer pattern as we get into the month of June. So you're still going to have systems out of the Gulf of Alaska still approaching the western areas of North America. The question is, are they going to stay up here, or will a few of these still come down south, further south and into the Great Basin and Rockies? We'll have to wait and see. A lot of times in June you'll get that. You'll still have some slow-moving low-pressure systems. Usually once you get past the middle of June, those opportunities go away. So it's going to be a little bit of an unsettled Memorial Day weekend. We'll have more details for you tomorrow. Have a good Wednesday.